is talking to SAP. It can talk to SAP. I will enter the product code. I will pull the production order data. If it's a repetitive manufacturing, I will pull production version. And then, before the manufacturing starts or the line loading happens, we print barcode sticker. Let's say now the shop floor knows that they have to manufacture 500 pieces of a specific window AC model. First we will print barcode stickers. So these barcode stickers with the specific barcode logic that we have created identify the products before even they enter the assembly lines. Now let's say first chassis enters the assembly line. The barcode sticker is stuck on it. It's already identified, let's say, product with sequence number 1. Now see, the beauty of the solution is it is obviously possible to stick this barcode sticker after the product is manufactured and it is off the assembly line. I can still stick a sticker on it and I can scan it. But that will give me very limited advantage. Neither I will be able to attach quality parameters to it, nor will I be able to link my delivery to quality. So what we do is, before the product enters the assembly line, it is already identified with the phone number. That number gets scanned, and the components which will be linked. Let us say I install one compressor into this chassis, and I install one motor into the same chassis. These two components have been delivered to us by a web vendor which has its barcode already printed on this. So I scan these barcodes as well, and on the line I link the chassis barcode, which is the barcode or the sequence number of my product, to the sequence number of the components. This is done right on the assembly line, not later on sometime. So this is where my leverage goes on increasing. Now once that is done, we come to, so there are a lot of checks and balances which are built into the whole staging software, where unless I scan all the components which are known because of the bill of material, it will not let you move ahead. So these kind of plugs are also there. Now once that is done, it moves forward. The quality inspection, now it has come to second stop. Now you are doing quality inspection. Now quality inspection, if you do it manually, then there are a lot of parameters. First of all, you need to know which parameters you have to enter and what is the passing and what is okay, what is not okay. But if you can capture this online, on the fly, without any human intervention, you gain efficiency not only by saving time of data entry, you also gain a lot later on, because you are totally free of mistakes that can happen because of human data entry. Now what we are doing here is, there is a rig which is doing that quality testing. Say one of the parameters that is measured is current or amperage that flows into the AC unit. Now this is being done, the moment I use the scanner, that the data logger will pick up the latest information and load it into the staging software. And the software, because it knows the parameters, it will pull the quality parameters from SAP's quality model. It will feed this data which has been captured online by using a data logger. It will match. It will do the check online whether it is pass or fail. Today we will not go into what happens if it fails and the reverse cycle, which is mapped. We will assume it has passed. Only then it goes ahead. Then there is another check which is called as leak detector. I am at block number A2.7, if you could read it. Halogen leak detector and visual testing. Once that is done, only if everything is clean and green, there is actually an indicator which shows if it is failed, it is red. So if it is green, the system will print packing sticker. The packing sticker is again carries a barcode which is of that product which we started with, and it can be stuck on the box, the packing box. Now this is the integration I was talking about. Because the product was identified right in the first step with a specific unique number, we can do the subsequent steps which which gave us a lot of advantage in terms of downstream management. So basically what we get is the quality parameters are captured online without any human intervention, without doing any manual data entry. They are attached to the specific product piece. And if it is clear only, then it gets dispatched. So I'm sure I don't need to explain what it means to our clients. Our customers get a product which is sure shot cleared by quality. So naturally, the satisfaction level will increase. We save cost by not having to do repairs and maintenance of a product which otherwise we would need to incur. So this small thing, this is again a very small thing. As I said, the solution is a very simple thing, but the simple thing delivers a lot of results for us. Now, in the background, the staging software talks with SAP by using schedulers. This quality data moves into certain Z tables in SAP which we have created for this. These Z tables are mainly staging location for the data, and then SAP runs its own scheduler, and this data gets posted into the SAP transactions in a regular manner. I'm sure you all must be using the same process wherever you are doing integration. Now, after this, we have the entire data: what is manufactured, what product has passed, what has failed. If it's a split AC, if you can see that yellow decision box, if it's a split product, it goes this way, but we are talking about window AC for the simplicity today. So once the product is now cleared, it is with all package figures and all pre-printed, it comes into the storage location for finished goods. And then it is moved from finished goods to dispatchable goods location. We have created this specific, it's merely a storage location, if I can use that SAP terminology, and it moves into the RG stock. So this essentially talks about the manufacturing automation that we have done. And now, since I have captured the product info with reference to a specific serial number which uniquely identifies a specific product piece, now I can track that inventory through and through. If you see this process, this is a logistic process which moves, which is by which we move the product from factory premises to our own warehouses, from our warehouses to the dealers. That's a very straightforward process, like any barcode enabled inventory movement can happen. This also will take place along the same lines. So we create a stock transfer order, create outbound, pick the materials through scanning and all. So this is a routine in which I would not probably go into a lot. So if I do this, if I capture the serial number of the product right at the outset, inventory management processes, say cycle counting, are a mere byproduct. And I don't have to really scratch my head how I will do the inventory counting or cycle counting. And the errors which I get in the cycle counting will obviously be far lower. So this simple solution impacts not many business areas or business processes and business functions and give an advantage through and through. So much so that after, the same data I will be capturing for improving my service function. When the product reaches the customer, finally it is our responsibility to service it. So, in fact, I may go on to say that a lot of impact is seen in service function, probably more than what we see in manufacturing. So if we recall the objectives that we started with, these are the results where we can time these results with the objectives. This is some statistical information, not all. We are still gathering because we are rolling out these solutions further to our next class. We want to implement the same thing for coil shop and so on. But as you can see very clearly, if we were doing this serial number capture manually earlier, obviously there is a huge amount of time saving in terms of capture of quality data as well as the serial number data. So it's more than 2,500 man hours a month, and this is something very tangible. You can easily just take a calculator and do this calculation and show that, okay, I am saving 20% man-hours. But the real gain is not in there. It is in the reduction of data-related errors and costings. As I said, if the quality data that I am capturing is foolproof, it has huge advantages for the business. Today this data with serial numbers and all is going to our CRM. We are creating IBase for that. This is not yet totally automated yet, but we are moving towards that. But because of this, we will be saving costs, as I was telling, because of better management of warranty claims. Before, this data was not so readily available. We won't even know that this equipment is not under warranty and the client is supposed to pay for it, not we. So we may be incurring costs where the client should have paid. Similarly, if it's a vendor's component that I'm talking about that needs to be repaired or replaced, maybe so that the vendor should be paying for it, not Blue Star. So this management has become much better. Service revenue improvement by service contract management. If you see the figures, our QOQ revenue growth of this year is 30%, as against 9% of the previous year. And QOQ net profit is 20% growth as against 3%. At least a part of it is attributable to the solution that we have implemented. Customer satisfaction, today we don't know for sure whether the satisfaction rating has gone up because we are a bit too nascent in the solution has been implemented rather recently. But probably in the next survey that we take, I'm sure this results will show. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions?